up, and welcome to the Seventh Hill, the show where you can tell all there is you need to know about the campus life here on the highest of seven hills.
Today we'll start off with the House Bill 99. This bill was introduced in late February and threatens diversity, equity, and inclusion of the public post-secondary institutions of the state of Florida. This bill was proposed to protect intellectual diversity and freedom of speech. However, it will negatively affect students of color across the state given the details of the bill. This bill includes restrictions of the free speech zones, the teaching of critical theory, which includes race, ethnic, and gender study courses. This strips funding for programs that aim to produce diversity, equality, and inclusion.
So today we have one student leader who has influenced the student body here on the highest of seven hills. Let's give it up for Chris Baker.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
What inspired you to start this whole magnitude of a movement here?
Well, like I always said, I always had inspiration from a young age, just being family oriented. My parents instilled it in me from a young age, so I was always told to treat your friends like family, and even people that are not your friends that you don't know like family. So as I grew up, the call to action is really a thing that has to be inside of you. It's not something that you can learn or something you can be taught, but it has to come from in you and already be aligned with your personalities and your ideas for yourself. So when I was growing up, I would always find myself, whenever I got in trouble, it was because I was helping a friend. I was, sticking up for a friend. So as I got older and, grew and came after high school, came to college, came to FAMU, I just found ourselves, what we were going through, and students, and this, what's going on in our state, we were just in a bad state. And, like I say, bad legislation has been passing. So really what came to me, and it was the idea that came to me when I went to the press conference with Benjamin Crump, and I was on the floor and I was sitting down, and I always knew that Tallahassee had rich history. Right. We had students who led movements way before us, and I was doing my research, but it came to me as I sat down during that press conference. I looked around and I didn't see any other Greek representation of undergrad students, and it hurt me because I knew what these letters stand for everybody across the D9, not just my organization, Omega Psi Phi fraternity. So as it came to me, I just felt inspired that I had to really organize us, because if we don't use our voices, then it gives the other side a chance to really speak for us. And we know that these ideas and this legislation is really attacking our communities of color. So if we're not being the voices of our communities, then somebody else will speak for us. And that's what they have done. So it was really it's been in me from a young age.
Just hearing that just gave me chills, because someone that has moved around, and you're from, you said, a small city, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, Placa, Florida.
Placa, Florida. And you're here, the capital of Florida. Yeah. And to you to be that person that's I'm gonna make a difference. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna go out and speak for the people of color. I see you actually in a film. It was a little clip, but you were leading a march. Can you tell me a little bit about that, please?
Yeah, so that march actually is what it inspired me. Like I said, when I went to that press conference, I just went back home and I just had some thoughts to myself. I never organized ever in my life.
Wow.
And like I say, organization is never hard, because you're gonna have to do a lot of things that's gonna make you uncomfortable. You're gonna have to call people that you might not have wanted to call, reach out to. You might have to do a lot more things on your behalf without always knowing that it will be returned. So with me organizing, like I said, that march was on February 15th with Al Sharpton, and a lot of other pastors and community people from across the state of Florida came up. But my job in that march, or my focal point, was to organize the Greeks. Like I say, when I was sitting on this Capitol steps of that interview, I just didn't see a lot of us. So I really wanted to make a point of me to organize different Greeks on our yard and FSU's yard, because we're all in the MPHC together. It doesn't matter if you go to a school across the tracks, if I go to a school over here, we're all MPHC. So we should be able to come together and have our voices heard to make some change, so that they won't make a change for us. Because it's bad when we have other people speaking on our issues in our communities when they don't go through what we go through. They don't go outside and see what we see. They don't feel what we feel, microaggressions, different things like that, passive racism. So that was definitely a big thing for it. And the march was beautiful. I had a lot of great representation come out there, and the Greeks led the march. We were in the front the forefront of it in our colors, and that's all I ever wanted to see. So I was hoping really to start momentum and to have us see how serious this is, because I already had an idea that HB 99 would eventually come and attack us. Because if we were not leading, if we were not at the march speaking up for ourselves, then it kind of gives the other side the feeling that they can keep going different limits, testing the waters. But if you're there to speak out beforehand, then you can kill things before they even start.
Right. Absolutely. So what are the next steps?
The next steps, like I always tell people, we know the details of HB 99, and a lot of people can talk and protest, but I like to be proactive and I like to be a man of solutions. So what I did was I organized 9 members to represent every organization from FAMU to get together and speak against that bill when it first came in testimony. When it came in its first committee meeting, it had one stop, and it was the bill was proposed that Monday. The committee hearing, it was Tuesday when I gathered those students to come out and speak. And that following Wednesday, after that day when the students came out and speak, they prepared statements, and they even suppressed their times. They told students before that they would get 2 minutes to speak. They cut it down all the way to like 30 seconds.
Wow.
So they tried to suppress our voices. Why? Because they know that when we come together, our voices are powerful. Because if the legislation is directly attacking students, but we have elders speaking out for us, it's not gonna do too much. It's only gonna do a change or only gonna affect something if we have students enraged and speaking. So even though those students only had 30 seconds, I told them to keep your heads up, have faith, because you did something a lot of students didn't. A lot of students would look at this and say, oh, this is affecting us, and they would go complain, tweet, get on Instagram, or do whatever, but you guys were being proactive.
Right.
And they were blessed for it, because on Wednesday, an amendment passed in the Senate to protect all MPHC organizations across the state of Florida.
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
glad
sir. Look at God.
Shout out to those 9 students
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So how do you like feel like that happened? You know, you led a march, you had talked to the student body to, you know, to speak on how they felt, and then for that to have happened. How does that make you feel as a student leader or as a person?
It really made me feel just like blessed, and it really made me feel a sense of hope.
Right.
Because like I said, I had all different types of thoughts in my head. Like I just didn't know where I would end up leading or where God would take me when I was first trying to organize. It was a lot of people I called, didn't call me back. A lot of people I emailed, didn't email me back. So to keep pressing, and to finally see some light, it was actually a blessing. And those students, like I say, I buried myself in history, just reading Tallahassee history. I went to different museums in Tallahassee because there's a lot of Black history still in Tallahassee. There's one museum in particular, the Grove Museum. It was named after the Groveland Four. There were 4 students who were arrested after protesting. 2 were ended up being blinded just for speaking out. So actually seeing people who came before us and paved the way, it really made me just feel a sense of hope, because one senator, his name is Chevron Jones, he's from Miami. Well, that's the district he's over. He said that those students will forever be known as the FAMU 9.
Wow.
So just to know that I made or had a part in history, because I didn't speak out in the committee, but I organized it, that was definitely a blessing.
Okay, I'm so sorry, Chris. We have to cut to a commercial break, but you guys stay tuned to hear more what Chris has to say. We'll be right back. You are watching The Highest of 7 Hills.
You could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. If you could see you through my eyes instead of your ego, I believe you'd be surprised to see that you've been blind. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Yeah, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to The Hill, where we inform you on all the positive things that affect our community. For 1 second segment, we will be discussing the importance of the NPHC, also known as the Divine Nine. Joining us today, we have 2 members of the Divine Nine. The Divine Nine has impacted communities for over 100 years through community service and selfless acts. Joining us today, we have Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Spring 2023 Initiate Raquan Bostic, and Iota Phi Theta Spring 2023 Initiate Amari Job. How are y'all doing today? First of all, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are y'all feeling?
I feel great right now. I'm just really happy. Just embodying everything that's going on around me and just taking it slow day by day.
I'm cool. I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be here.
Okay.
Y'all are representing, first of all, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you guys legacy? Are you new? What is it?
I am a legacy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm new with this.
Ooh.
Okay.
Welcome. Okay, so first things first, what inspires you both to, first of all, get involved with the Divine Nine?
Well, I'll go first. Excuse me. I'm just a person that's very big on community involvement, scholarship, and a lot of different things that the D9 as a whole embodies. And so once I found out organization that was specific to what I was interested in, I did more research into it. And the more I learned, I got into the history. I'm a big history person, by the way, too. You know what I'm saying?
Smart,
Just the more I got into the organization, the more I was like, oh, yeah, that's the one for me. So that's how I ended up where I'm at today.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, as a child, I grew up around a lot of Delta women. I am a legacy. So my grandmother is a Delta, my great aunt is a Delta, my sister is a Delta, my mother is a Delta. So I had a lot of great experiences around Delta women growing up, and they kind of embodied that sisterhood and service point aspect as a young child, and we did different acts as a family on service and like singing for the elderly for Christmas and everything like that. And it was just fun. And now that I'm actually in the organization, I get to just, it feels natural to me to do service in different form and acts of kindness.
So you guys spoke on being, both heavily involved in the community. What services did you guys act on before crossing?
Well, growing up in my neighborhood of Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's a very urban inner city part of Michigan. So I've done a lot of, before I even knew what Greekdom was, I did a lot of things like Boys and Girls Club. I started a free breakfast program at the local Boys and Girls Club in my hometown. I've done like ample volunteer with the Strong program. And I'm just a person, I love kids. So anytime a kid involved, I'm just going, I'm just going naturally, hey, it's free, I'm saying? Out of the kindness of my heart, just because I love kids. And I know how it is to be a kid wishing you had a role model and stuff like that. So I've been doing it for a long time, you feel me?
Okay.
It just came
You were
naturally.
inspiration.
Yeah, I try to do.
Before I knew about Greek and everything like that, my family is very musical, so we would just sing in elderly homes like I stated before. We all play instruments in the band, so we would go play, like Atlanta has Atlanta Mass Band, so we would go play for the community in forms of like, I think we were protesting for, what's this called? I'm sorry, I messed up.
You're good.
Yes, from Atlanta. It was for the George Floyd protest. We would play for the community in there, downtown Atlanta, things like that. What else did we do? We did a lot of things. I'm a singer as well, so I would sing for young kids. Like if they want to hear opera or they want to hear basically nursery rhymes, I would go to elementary schools and sing for them as well. So that's different acts of services. Of course, I did others like Muscular Dystrophy Association, volunteer as a camp for that. Yeah, I did a lot of things. So yeah.
Okay.
Around service.
Well, that's amazing. No, I don't know, because I'm a Boys and Girls Club diehard. So I don't know, but
y'all doing more than me.
But again, like congratulations, and your dedication definitely speaks for itself because you guys wouldn't be in a position that you are in. So again, congratulations.
Thank you.
But my biggest question is, I'm not gonna be messy, but gotta ask the people on the Heights of the Seven Hills, what made y'all decide to get into the particular organization that you're in?
Because we know you're a legacy.
Yes.
But you,
Newbie.
come on now.
Well, I mean,
Was it the strolling?
Nah, see me, I'm not even a big dancer, so I could care less about the strolling and stuff. I guess it's really more so when I'm a transfer student, so when I first got to FAM, I was looking for maybe an organization that I was able to grow inside of, alongside of helping the organization grow itself as well. So I guess it was more so like we kind of blossomed together. So since my crossing day, me and my line brothers have been planning a lot of exciting things for the upcoming semesters, so we can put the brothers of Iota Phi Theta on the map. So
yes, sir.
It's just something. I'm just looking for something. I guess you could say, looking, as I grow, the organization grows. It grows alongside me. So.
Okay, and for you?
Oh, yeah, I'm a legacy, so I grew
So
up.
you
I grew
just
up
started-
so I was already helping on my. I'm allowed to say that. I'm sorry. I was already striking on my decision as a young child, because I was also involved in Delta Debutante, Delta gyms, different organizations as a young child. I was very.
You look good in your red.
Thank you.
So do you guys think that you will be able to create a change? Like, do you hope to create something magnificent, when it's time?
Like, what do you have planned for campus? What's going on?
Yeah.
If I may go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since the brothers of Iota Phi Theta haven't been on the yard for a long time, I feel like it's very easy to come out, with a bang, turn the hill up a little bit, and really have some programs and some different events that can really, really change the face of the campus a little bit.
Because it has been a minute, so y'all boys came out.
We noticed.
Right,
We noticed it.
You see the program, it's like a concert out there, you know what I'm saying? So we want to bring that different element to the hill, and we want to, people to understand, like, hey, we are part of the United Well. We the youngest, we kind of the most overlooked as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like, what me and my bros got planned is going to really, shake up the balance a little bit in a good way.
Okay.
And we feeling y'all, because y'all came deep.
Yes.
So get into that.
65 strong.
Okay.
But yes, I couldn't ask for any better, line sisters, and we have a lot of plans for the upcoming year, and we're very excited just to be active. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Do you guys? I know you guys are very discreet on how you move, and I will respect that. But for any people that's interested or maybe curious, how would you tell them to go about it?
I personally just tell them to make sure they look up to the Instagram page, check up to any events that we have, and stay updated with the website that we have, or the chapter website. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same.
That's my
Follow the Instagram page. Do your due diligence. Always do your research, because you don't want to be part of something that you may not agree with in the next few years, or it's a lifetime commitment. So whatever you do, make sure you do your due diligence.
Is that something important?
Yes.
Because a lot of people say do a research, and then it's just like a lot of people at the time they don't even know what they're researching or what they're trying to look for. So is there key points that you can tell the viewers or people that may be interested on what to exactly look for when trying to cross or pledge in an organization?
For me specifically, I'm a historian at heart, so I value the history of any organization that I feel like I'm being a part of, and I feel like for D9 specifically, that you should always be willing to look at the history of the organizations, because a lot of different things that come about that you may be in agreement with, and you may not be. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like do your homework, your Googles, and read the history on it if you can. You know what I'm saying?
Study up.
Yeah, study up, exactly.
I agree with everything he said. Everything is on Google, on the internet, for you to look at. Everything's on national websites. You can look these things up, the history on everything, and also just tell people look at the chapter website or the chapter Instagram. You can really come learn a lot attending the events and being involved with everything that's going on in just the real world,
So
and pay attention.
Yes,
pay attention. That's all you got.
Pay attention.
you heard him loud and clear. So do your research and pay attention.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
a little backstory really quick. So how do you guys feel about the whole House Bill 999? Like, how do you feel about that since you are freshly, new on the...
This is affecting y'all now.
Well, I feel as if, of course, it's a very detrimental blow to the African American and minorities as a whole. And I just feel as if, in the state of Florida in particular, we need to have more people that look like us to speak up, represent us, and, to to nip these things in the bud before they even happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of this stuff can really, you know what I'm saying, if we were more proactive, a lot of this stuff can be prevented, can be prevented.
I absolutely agree.
Talking about proactive, there's a lot of students on FAMU's campus who don't even vote. So it's just like starting off with that issue first. I think we can, if we show them and educate them about what we're about and what we represent and what we want to do in the world, I think they will stop trying to silence us in a way, almost, because it just seems unfair.
We have to utilize our voices.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so very much for being here today. It's been extremely fun and extremely knowledgeable. Again, congratulations and welcome to the Divine Nine. But before we go, make sure you guys stay put. Next on Physical Health, we'll be right back.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents. You think you created family out of characters? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna take that, make it into a song.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at, where you at, on the way, yeah. In my head, in my head, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Welcome back to the Seventh Hill. So as we all know, starting college is one of the most exciting experiences. The independence, new friends, and knowledge one comes with is unmatched. However, it means facing a host of adjustments to new schedules and routines, which can take a toll on a student's health and weight. While research shows that the average weight gain during the first year away from home isn't typically a freshman 15, but more of 5 to 9 pounds, it is still important for students to find ways to be active, reduce stress, and maintain a healthy eating plan. Today we have Brian and Pierre.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, guys.
How are y'all feeling? First of all,
Right, how
y'all look
are
like
y'all?
y'all ready to work out. Like
Right now.
Right
Right
now.
now.
That's all we do. Do it.
Okay, so tell us about yourself and the company.
Start off, man.
All right. Well, greetings, everybody. Brian Squires. I am the co-CEO of Better Performance Fitness LLC, where we don't work out, we outwork. And we started this all the way back in 2020. Me and Pierre used to just find each other in the rec center a lot, and people always used to come up to us with different questions. And it was over Christmas break, and Pierre was like, Brian, let's just start an Instagram page. And started there. The Lord moves fast, so in June, we bought our LLC so we can officially conduct business in the state of Florida. And from there, it's been history.
Yeah, like Brian said, we just always ran into each other in the gym. I feel like the gym bro vibe was there.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, I was like one of the big freshmen just in the gym lifting a lot of weights. And I usually don't lift with a lot of people because a lot of people can't keep up. But, you know, Brian came through. You know what I'm saying? That's why I work. But, you know, I just love his work ethic and just knowing that, you know, building a team, you know what I'm saying, where I lack, you know, he's good at, where he lacks, I'm good at, so we were picking up for each other, and it was natural. It never was forced. You know, a lot of the times, a lot of egos can eat up the gym, and it could, I don't know, like, kill relationships a lot of the times, especially with, like, older people in the gym, people who think they know more, who's more knowledgeable, but everybody's fitness journey is different. Me and Brian's fitness journeys have been different, up, down, but we've always been there for each other, so, and we both fear God, you know, and that was a big thing for me as well. And that solidified our relationship coming towards here, and it's been a movie, man. I ain't gonna lie.
a movie.
It's been a
Like this
movie,
right here is
man.
crazy.
Like this right here is like
Glad to be
what we've
here
been
right
dreaming
now.
about. Like y'all just don't know.
Okay.
Yo, this
But-
is dope.
We appreciate y'all though for this opportunity.
So y'all's partnership keeps you motivated, but how do you keep your clients motivated?
Oh, that I can go on. So keeping clients motivated, man. I'm gonna be real. we are in the business of changing lives. That's really what fitness is. We change lives because a lot of the times people don't understand, like, your physical health should be like one of the biggest things that you should be investing in. It's like a misunderstanding sometimes, like, oh, you know, I could buy Chick-fil-A $10 a day on campus, but can't spend $10 a month on a membership. And you know, just trying to get people to make smarter decisions. That's all fitness trainers are. We're CEOs, but part of that we are fitness trainers, and a lot of people don't figure or understand that, like, it's simple decisions that we're trying to make you guys make, like the right posture, the right rep count, the right amount of calories to eat, the right things to eat. You know, it's just those simple things that we're teaching, you know, people each and every day to, like, change their lives, because the game is longevity. You know, you want to be able to see your kids, your grandkids, and you want to look good while you do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Campus is you know, we know FAMU or any college campus there is. Right. Eyes are always on you. People are always looking at you, no matter what you're doing, how you're looking. You know what I'm saying? So we're teaching people how to love themselves as well. You know, and Brian and I don't lack confidence, and anybody who knows us, everywhere we go, it shirts off, or we're doing what we need to do naturally. You know what I'm saying? And it's our energy is contagious when it comes down to it. And a lot of people can get comfortable, and that's how we motivate most of our clients.
And what does a healthy body feel like, Brian?
I believe that a healthy body feels like yourself. I think on Instagram they push, you know, six pack, you know, for ladies it's the curve, bodacious body, which can be great things to aspire to. But I think once you realize and be transparent with yourself and where you are, and then you make reasonable goals, I think once you can track your progress like that, that's when you can be comfortable being healthy.
So you guys are like hefty, like, I mean it's the most respectful way. Y'all are hefty men. So like, I know y'all not eating no salad. Yeah, a little gun show or something. But quick question, what do y'all eat? Right. Like, I know y'all not just eating salad on a daily. Like, what's going on?
So daily right now, and my roommate can attest to this, I have to keep a concentrated diet because I'm still on the way to my physical goal. Right. So right now it's kind of concentrated where I make sure I get a lot of protein in through my meats. I did protein shakes and I snack on a lot of fruits and vegetables. But don't get me wrong, now I love to have my cheat day.
Honey bun.
Honey bun. But the most thing I can say, and I'll let Pierre share, you gotta have balance. You gotta have balance, and you have to understand that your diet is not something that's constraining you, but it's helping you get to where you need to be and learn how to live within that diet. You know what I'm saying? It's like one day I'm gonna have pizza, but tomorrow I'm gonna have a salad instead of French fries. I'm gonna have a salad instead of the garlic bread. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a hamburger, but I'm gonna have a lot of vegetables on the side with it. Having the balance and showing yourself that you can do it.
Right, like have one day where you can do that, the next day healthy.
Right, but consistency.
Like the biggest word of the day.
I need to be in consistency. Everybody got a New Year's resolution. You know, I haven't on through the New Year's, but that's pretty cool. But what about you? How about you?
I mean, I got to put on for the home team. I'm Haitian, so we eat a lot of, like, you know, different various meats, goat, chicken, beef, all type of stuff. Sometimes octopus, all type of stuff. But you know, up here in college, you know, it shocked me a lot that I had to change my diet because my mom wasn't cooking for me a lot of the times, and I had to learn for myself. And the biggest thing is, like, learning how to cook for yourself is a big thing as well. Just cooking the things that you like to eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta be on Instagram, because Instagram, like I'm telling you, Instagram will have you looking crazy out here. TikTok will have you looking crazy out here, burning up stuff in the kitchen because you don't know what you're doing. Because you saw a little FYP or DIY by yourself to cook some chicken Alfredo with some beef. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy stuff on the side. But what my main diet consists of, man, shout out to the food pantry. Bro, I have to say this on this interview.
Come on.
I love you guys. When we come up, we coming back for y'all, and we want to support. I'm blessed every big time, but they provide most of the chicken that we do get.
Vegetables, fresh fruit,
everything, and that's I'm talking about. They save us hundreds.
And the pantry, thousands. I'm so sorry, excuse me. The pantry where?
Oh, here in the CAS building, right here. The Health Student Service building. You got the middle of the CAS building. It's on the left, and we're in the back.
You're going to the doctor. You're going to the doctor's office.
You go to the back of the doctor's office. So, but yeah, like a lot of chicken, veggies, fruits. I love my fruits. I got a big watermelon in the refrigerator right now. Let's split him real quick.
Hey, listen, as much as y'all are making us hungry, we have to close the show.
Thank y'all for watching The Seventh Hill. But make sure to follow us on our socials and keep updated so you make sure you see the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.